Yes, it's a reorganization meeting, and we will go ahead and start with the Pledge of Allegiance. Mr. Havlin, if you could lead us.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Next is roll call. We do have all members except for Mr. Hendricks. He is coaching right now, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, present, but we do have a quorum. So with that, the mission statement, Mr. Clauser.
Lebanon Community School Corporation challenges everyone every day to reach a new best.
Thank you so much. First item of order of business is the election of officers.
Do the oath first?
It doesn't matter.
What's that? Oh, we're actually,
Probably ought to do the oath before
the
they vote,
oath.
because I can't really vote.
apologize. You told me to put it
Yep.
in there. Yes,
Yep.
let's do the oath for those of us who have just been newly elected.
Yep, so we'll get to
Mr. Havlin
Havlin
first.
and you.
And you.
And me.
Yep. And we'll catch up with Mr. Hendricks tomorrow.
So if you'll stand and raise your right hand and repeat.
Both of
after me.
us?
Yep, at the same time, yep. I state your name,
I, Brad Adams,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of Indiana
and the Constitution of the State of Indiana
and the laws of the United States
and the laws of the United States
and the State of Indiana.
and the State of Indiana.
I will faithfully execute the duties of my office
I will faithfully execute the duties of my office
as a member of this governing body,
as a member of this governing body,
so help me God.
so help me God.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Now we will move on to election of officers. First is that of president. And I will go ahead and make a nomination of Lisa Hutchison to be president.
I'll second.
We have a motion and a second. Any additional comments, questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. I'm going to turn it over to you.
Thanks. So now I guess we are opening the floor to nominations for vice president. So I nominate Mr. Clauser to be vice president. Can
I second.
Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Aye. Congratulations.
Thank you.
And we will open the floor for nominations for secretary.
I will nominate Mr. Hendricks, and we have discussed it previously.
Okay.
So he is in favor.
This is what happens when you don't
He
come to
agrees,
meetings.
I'll second that.
Okay, any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? All right, so our new slate of officers has been elected. Congratulations, everyone. Now we're moving on to routine reorganization matters. We recommend that our regular board meetings continue on the third Tuesday of the month at 7 p.m. Any discussion about that? I assume that works for everyone still. We,
Take these all in one.
We can take
Yeah,
all these
okay.
in one. Yes.
all right.
Yeah, but so maybe,
So we're establishing the school board annual salary and benefits, appointing a corporation treasurer, appointing our school corporation extracurricular fund treasurer, and a supervisor. I think that's it.
we had a change in that stipend, is that correct? For the
Okay.
the amount of the per diem, I believe,
It's still 2,000 per year.
2,000 per year for the flat rate, but the per diem by statute did increase. So this does reflect that modest increase in statute.
Change from 112 to 150 for regular meetings and from 62 to 75 for special or executive session.
Just wanted to make you aware of that, then in case you were not okay with that, but we went ahead and stayed with what's in statute for that for
This is
you.
a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. I would say I gained a lot of confidence on this trip. It's taught me how to get along with people. It was so worth it. I love the loop. I think I could.
What would be the number here? Did we do the, do we still have some questions about committee assignments? Is that in the same one, or is that another item?
It's further down.
That's farther down. Okay,
And
okay. So we're going, what, A through?
E.
E.
Through E?
So far.
Okay. I don't remember how many you took in one.
we do them all.
I think we do them all.
Do them all?
Yes.
So you want to discuss any of those as we go through what
Yeah,
they
is there
are?
anything that either you, Dr. Millman, or Mr. Dennis?
Well, I did get some clarification from Mr. Franzen, and if approved tonight, he would remain as your board attorney, if I recall, if I'm correct.
Yeah.
That there is no restriction as far as the residency of a board member regarding the non-voting member positions on the RDCs. So as far as the statute goes, it does not state that that person needs to live within that municipality, for example. So in his opinion, we'd be free to appoint anyone to that you would choose, unless perhaps there's some type of organizational plan of the RDC, which would state some type of residency requirement. At that point, it'd be their responsibility to point out whether we were in conflict with that. But the statute does not stipulate your residency on that.
Okay. Should we move on to F through I, J?
Yes, yes. Approving our bonds for the treasurer, assistant superintendent, making his payments. You see that as well. Making sure that Mr. Dennis follows the purchasing policies for the state of Indiana, appointing him as that agent. General counsel, which in your notes would reflect, I can never remember all of the partners now that are part of yeah, it's a long list. The same, retaining your same counsel board is what this is proposing. Attendance officer would be Mr. Martin, again, I believe, for the district. In your outcome, approving Mrs. Beltran to use your stamped signature when appropriate and when it's allowable. Approval of the corporation credit cards. You have those lists of who we are and what our limits are. And of course, Ms. Robbins pays from accounts payable, so she has the largest amount there.
And that's not changed since last year, right?
That's
all the
correct,
same.
no changes in that. Institutional memberships for the district in our Public Superintendents Association, School Boards Association, and the School Business Officials Association. And then the committees, so I don't know if we want to have some discussion around that, and if there's any changes that you want to make, then this would be the time to do that. And that can always be changed as a separate action item in a future meeting if you choose to as well.
Yeah, as far as the committees go, I was okay with everything. The only problem I have is with the Whitestown RDC. Honestly, it just seems like every time my kid has anything going on, it's always Monday nights, which conflicts directly with that. So I know that soccer was an issue and then basketball was an issue, so I was struggling to make it to a lot of those when they were having them. So if anyone else was available to possibly jump into those, I mean, obviously I was following along with the agendas, paying attention to the briefing notes and things like that they were distributing, but it has become difficult for me to physically make those meetings. So if anyone else is willing or interested, I would love for someone else to maybe take the reins on that one.
And even if you're not or unsure, like I said, you can always make an appointment later. So these are some things that you can consider. I know for a time that we didn't have board representation on some of those. I mean, we had the slot available to us, but maybe we didn't have someone routinely going as well. So that would be.
Yeah. Did we find out that was okay for me to do? It is okay. That's what he was saying.
Yeah.
It is okay.
There's no conflict there.
And I am an official, I mean, I'm an actual member of the RDC in Lebanon,
So
not
there is-
non-voting, I am a voting
Yeah.
member. So I would prefer to stay, not
Yeah.
be on two
If the
RDCs.
members want to think about it, and we just leave it silent for now, or, none for now, then we can do that as well. And
Yeah,
that'll be fine.
it's not a huge commitment. I mean, it's not a huge time commitment. The meetings normally only take 20 to 30 minutes.
Yeah.
And they don't have a ton on the agendas. It's just the matter of when they're scheduled.
But it is an important to have representation there, to be
Yeah.
able to know TIF district information, how it affects us.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if you're willing, I mean, or if you want to think about it, that's fine. If I think about it, that's fine.
No, that's fine. So do we want to go ahead and also remain on it for now? That's fine, and I'll do, you know, I know that they cancel, I think they canceled their January meeting, but, and then we can discuss it again down the road.
I think item O is, stipulates that the elected offices consistent with what you just approved would serve on the Board of Finance in those same capacities. And the minute preparation board meeting, I'm not familiar with that. I'm having a hard time seeing the briefing notes, so on that, what is
That'd be
that?
for me, it'd just be the same
Just-
change that it was for the
Okay.
members.
Very good. And your conflict of interest, which you'll all need to fill out annually, and Mrs. Beltran will file for you.
Yep.
So that should explain just about everything.
Any discussion or questions on any of the reorg matters A through Q? Do we need to do any action on those?
I'll move to
Yep, somebody has to approve it.
Yeah, I'll move to approve A through Q as discussed and outlined in our briefing notes, with the caveat under the committees that I will remain on the Whitestown RDC for now, and then we may change that down the road, but for now, it'll be myself, Jordan Clauser.
Okay. Is there a second?
I'll second.
Any more discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? All right, motion passes.
Motion to adjourn, right?
Yep.
Unless you have other information or discussion.
No, I don't think so.
Anything else that I forgot, or we forgot?